Hi YouTube, it's me, Healthy in New York. I am in the car getting ready to go to my surgeon's office for my second fill. And man in my shadow, Tim, I'm not driving, so don't panic. I know I scared him a little bit when I've been taking videos while driving. This is going to be a quick update, and then I'll update after I go to the surgeon's office as well. Last week I was wrong. I think I said I had lost 96 pounds last week, and I had actually only lost 95. Yeah, because I lost 3 pounds this week, and that brings my total to 98 pounds lost. So yay! Yesterday actually made week 9 for me, and things are going well. My eating has been great, but only because I have extreme willpower, which is how I was able to lose so much weight before surgery. I have absolutely no restriction, none, zilch, nothing. I starve in between meals, which is why I'm going back to the doctor, because believe you me, I don't want to be so full that I can't eat. And I don't want to drop weight so rapidly that it makes the loose skin even worse. I do understand that this is just a tool. Fills are not the answer. However, I would like for the band as a tool to function the way it's meant to function, and to provide me with a little bit of restriction versus me just having to stop eating and then starve for another 4 hours until I eat again. I do eat snacks, but here are my snacks. Typically edamame with a little sea salt, and I just buy the frozen kind, thaw it, eat it raw. Really, really good and crunchy, kind of has that peanut texture. What else do I snack on? Sometimes yogurt, sometimes, just a little bit of milk. Every once in a while, like half a protein bar or so. That's usually on my way to the gym or right before I leave work on the way to the gym. Speaking of the gym, I did a total body conditioning class this morning at 6:30 on my day off. I have lost my mind, but it was fun. I'm still really, really sore. I had a great workout on my Bowflex the other day, and so I'm still really sore from that. Did the elliptical last night. Did great on that. I love the elliptical. It's my go-to cardio. And then came home and did yoga and jammed the hell out of my thumb. Only I could, take a peaceful, relaxing exercise and jam my thumb. But it's just so unbelievably petty and cheesy and shallow. But I really want, for anybody who watched Jennifer Garner in Alias, I want Alias shoulders. That's what I want. And because I figure if I have Alias shoulders, the rest of me will be in proportion too. So that's my goal. That's what I'm working for. Gotta say, yoga is insane for shoulders. I really like that. Plus, I do a lot of strength training, a lot of push-ups, things like that, which also help. But the punching bag, in like 2 or 3 months, the last time I lost a lot of weight, 2 or 3 months of just doing it a couple of times a week, 20 minutes at a time. Not to mention the fact that it got my aggressions out, because I did kickboxing as well as just using it as a punching bag. But I had killer shoulders. I mean, I could put on a tank top and I felt so confident. So that's my goal again. And, to look like Jennifer Garner in Alias. I think that's all. Oh, the 15 pounds in 30 days. My final was 13 pounds. A little upset that I didn't make the 15, but you know what? For having been out of town and out of control of my food for a week, I am perfectly content with 13 pounds. That's wonderful. And you know what? It's 13 pounds that are no longer on these hips and this stomach and this ass. So I'm good with that. For June, I know Northern Southerner was talking about doing like a 10 pounds in June. Totally into that. I can handle that. Ideally, I'll lose more than 10, but 10's a good goal. 10 pounds a month is insane, so I'm good with that. I have started adding a little bit of exercise in the morning and then my afternoon workouts at the gym This morning I did the hour class at the gym, but that's only because that's the only time they offered it. So yeah, I just plan on getting up and doing either a little yoga, a little kickboxing, something before work just to get my metabolism going, and then my full workout in the gym after work. And you know, having the gym here at my house, that's because I have a treadmill, Bowflex, and then the stand-up kicking bag. That's great for me too, because it if there's a day when I just really don't feel like going to the gym, you know, I live in upstate New York, so we have winter from pretty much October till May. So if there's a day where it's really, really snowy, which could be any day between October and May, then I can stay home and I don't have an excuse of, oh, I don't have the equipment, or I don't feel like doing a DVD or whatever. I just need to get my ass down to the basement and work out. So that will work out great. Hey YouTube, it's me, Healthy in New York. I just left the surgeon's office. I'm still in the parking garage, so this is probably really dark, and if it is, I apologize. But I wanted to do my after surgery update. The physician's assistant who I saw, Nikki, love her. I know I've mentioned her before. She is just wonderful. All of the ladies in that office are just phenomenal, and I adore my surgeon. So she gave me 1.5 cc's, so I am now at 5. She was very cute because one of the surgeons is Dr. Gandhi, and she did what she called the Gandhi maneuver, where she left the needle in and I kind of sat halfway up and tried to drink just to make sure that I could hold everything down. And she said, you know, we're available 24/7. If you need someone to take a little bit of the fill out, just let me know. But I really think you have a 10 cc band at 5 cc's. I think you'll be fine. Not sure if I'm going to need more. You know, I've been very successful. And my main goal is not for the band to do the work for me. It's to be able to use the band in the way that it was meant. Meaning that I can eat the amount that I've been eating and not be starving before the next meal, and not feel like I have to have snacks and snacks and snacks. Still, I'm eating between 12 and 1,400 calories a day. She said that she has no issue with that because I'm losing. So that's good. You know, my main thing was I didn't want to put my body into starvation mode. And I know my body, and once I go into starvation mode, I don't lose. And that was my problem right after surgery, when I could only have liquids in little tiny bits at a time. I was getting between 500 and 900 calories a day, and I wasn't losing. I think I was the only post-op person who was not losing that first couple of weeks after surgery, because I wasn't eating enough. And I know how my body works. I know me. And as much as I work out, I've got to have between 12 and 14. I average between 90 and 100, most often over 100 grams of protein a day. I average 100 ounces of water a day. I very, very rarely eat more than 100 carbs, and if I do, I think one day I went to 128 and felt sluggish because I had so many carbs. So 100 carbs a day seems to work for me. I'm still losing. If I ever stop losing, I may lower it to 75, but right now that's fine. And I'm getting only complex carbs. I don't eat bread, I don't eat rice, I don't eat white sugar, nothing refined. I'm getting my carbs from vegetables. I'm getting my carbs from, the only carbs that I get that probably aren't great carbs are from if I have a protein bar, and those are for energy, so I'm not even upset about those. It's, you know, fruit. I eat fruit, I eat, you know, yogurt, Greek yogurt. I drink milk, and milk's loaded with carbs, but you know what, milk's good for me, so I'm drinking skim. I'm getting my protein from it. As long as my carb to protein ratio is good, that's a good thing. I'm not going to waste calories or carbs on bread, rice, things like that. I'm just not going to do it because I am on a limited number of calories, and I know what works for me. It's been a good week. It's been a good. This whole experience for me has been really good. My incisions look amazing. you know, I got that stomach bug right after I had surgery, well, a couple of weeks after I had surgery. That scared me a little bit, but, you know, my surgeon, as I said in a previous video, said, you know what, if your band slips because you have a stomach bug, that means I did not do my job properly, because that thing is fully attached to your stomach. So, I've had 2 fills now. They found the port immediately. So, I have to do a crunch, and then they find the port. Today, you know, she actually pulled out what was in the band to make sure that she was in the right spot, and then she injected another 1.5 cc's for a total of 5. She said some people never have to go over 5. It just depends on the person. It's, you know, as I said before, I have just the regular, I don't have the large, I just have the regular Allergan lap band 10 cc, so at 5 I'm halfway there. My hope is, and I know that this is probably dreaming, but my hope is that this is the last fill I need for a long time. It's, you know, ultimately I would like to, I'm doing everything right. Ultimately I would like to think, as long as I'm satisfied, I'm not getting another fill. It's, you know, when I'm starving in between and I feel like I'm depriving myself, that's when I'll get another fill. Right now, it's, I know I'm eating enough. I know I'm eating the right portions of stuff. I know I'm eating the right mix of foods. I always have a little bit of vegetable, but I always eat my protein first. Yesterday at work we had salads. I'm going to throw a picture up because this is my salad after I finished eating. And it wasn't a huge salad. I mean it was a good sized salad, but there was so much stuff on it, and I immediately went for the turkey, the ham, the cheese, the sprouts, and some of the spring mix vegetables. I can't stand iceberg lettuce. It has no nutritional value and it's hard to digest. So I will only eat dark leafy greens, and that's what this salad was. And I ate quite a bit of it, but you'll see in the picture just how much of that salad was left. And that's a really good feeling to know that in the middle, because the old me would have eaten that whether I was hungry or not, because it was there and my company paid for it, because we ordered in lunch for everybody yesterday. Insanely busy day, so we ordered in lunch for everybody as employee appreciation. And the old me would have said, they paid for this, I don't want to waste it. That whole, you know, people in China are starving, kids in Africa are starving kind of thing. I would have eaten that whole thing, and I was able to eat what I needed. I ate rather slowly. It took me about 20-25 minutes, and at the end of it I laid down my fork and said, I'm done. And I had quite a bit of the dressing left and probably 3/4 of the salad left, and it's in the refrigerator at work. And I was perfectly content. Now in the afternoon I started getting hungry, so on my way to the gym last night I did have a protein bar. I had a Zone Perfect bar. I like those because A, they're really good, and B, they're 210 calories, I think 24 carbs, and they fill me up, and then I have the energy to do the kind of workout I want to do. And they fit into my meal plan very nicely. I don't have one every day, but I do keep them on hand for those times when I just feel like I need that little extra something, because they're not all sugar, they're not, you know, all carbs. There's just a really nice mix. I guess that's all. I've talked way longer than I normally talk. I don't know what's up with that. Yeah, so I guess that's all. I'm going to stop at the store on my way home. I don't have a garden hose, and I want to fill up the base of my punching bag. So because it's a freestanding one, because I really want to get my kickboxing on. That's all. Love you all. Hope everybody's doing great, and I will see you next week.